These folks refused John's offer, can you believe that? Even after he told them what was coming. Some people just can't be helped.
I hope they take it all.
Kelletts were good people, but they should have listened to John.
From your lips to Joseph's ears.
These sinners and their earthly possessions.
Thank God for all the meat this place has provided.
I don't care, I'm a vegetarian.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I feel like the cows are judging us.
We're only taking what's rightfully ours.
This beef's necessary.
We're gonna be here all day if you keep talking.
Those Killets thought they could resist.
I just want to get this job done.
The project needed this.
A lot of great resources here, but all perishable.
That bull looks really pissed off.
Hey, we need as much food as we can get.
We'll eat well after the collapse thanks to this place.
What? I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the smell.
Lots to harvest here.
This was certainly a profitable enterprise.
God give these farmers the sense to comply.
Let's focus on what's important here. Oh, thank you, Lord. The people here did not want to listen.
Bad day to be a cattle farmer, I reckon.
These people got what was coming to them.
This beef will go a long way to keep the devoted alive.
Well, these folks had a lot of nice stuff.
The Kelletts had their chance, and they said no.
Gary never talked this much.
The Father gave these people every chance.
Nice, rich harvest here. Gotta keep these cows under control.
The Kellett clan had best swallow their pride and hand over the goods.
We need to can this stuff. When it's done right, nothing can't be preserved.
Think God gave us this place.
Kellett family were arrogant and got what they deserved.
Shut up and keep working.
Sometimes you just gotta take things away from people, especially when you know it's the right thing. They'll understand in time.
We gotta get all this food to safety as soon as possible.
Only sinners stand in our way now.
This family's gonna pay for holding out on us.
Farm's plenty picked over by now. Soon, all that'll be left are cow pies. Wonder if John wants those too.
I never imagined that any living thing could scream like that.
Keep an eye out for anyone looking to save this sinning family.
Can't think over the manure smell.
I hope the butchers know what they're doing.
This farm will help see us through.
The more cattle we process, the more food we'll have.
Wish people were as easy as the animals.
Make sure that bull stays in its pen.
I won't miss the smell of this place.
The colt's about to learn. Never, ever deprive an American their steak.
Get your stinking cold hands off my beef.
I always thought the Kellett family were a bunch of assholes, but they deserved better than this.
They're occupying the cattle ranch? Now we really got beef. Get it?
I'm just gonna assume the cows are for milk. The alternative is kind of a bummer.
Looks like the owners of this farm refused. Pissed off John something fierce.
We gotta take back the Kellett Cattle Company. Never met a smellier, cuter, more delicious animal than the noble cow.
These poor people didn't cooperate, so Eden's Gate just came in and wiped them out.
I know being a vegetarian is good for you, but God, at what cost?
Oh, now they're wasting our cows. They gotta go.
The Kelletts were assholes, but they didn't deserve what the cult did to this place.
The Kelletts don't have anyone to help them. We should do something.
The cult did some damage here.
Cult's slaughtering the cattle here. We need to intervene.
Get your hands off my steak, you damn dirty peggies.
Yeah, I got beef with Eden's Gate.
Feel bad for the Kelletts. Honest blue-collar folks.
There's a right way to kill a cow, and that ain't it.
It's horrible what Eden's Gate did to this family.
Kellett's a trusted name here. Been around for ages.
I need this steak. I have an iron deficiency.
Can't let Eden's Gate get away with that.
That cult standing between me and my beef.
The cult's reaping this farm, too.
I hate cows.
Eden's Gate's killing all the livestock.
We gotta get the cult out of the Kellett place.
Even cattle doesn't deserve this.
We gotta save those poor cows.
Farm's ours, animals are safe. Peggy's won't be coming back here. This is a big win for us.
Oh, look at the cows. It don't smell like blood no more. It just smells like cow shit again.
God bless this steak. I don't care if it's walking around, it's steak.
I love this place. Now we'll get some quality steak again.
When I was a kid, I used to throw rocks at cows. I always felt guilty about it.
Cattle should be free to roam, just like people.
Cows don't really moo. It's more like a long honk.
Hopefully those cows start fucking to rebuild their bovine civilization.
Now we can kill the cows instead of them killing the cows.
It's good to see this place full of life again.
Happy to see these stinky animals enjoying themselves so much again.
We can finally go cow tipping again in peace.
All's okay here. Resistance has this place on lockdown.
I love the scent of manure in the morning. Smells like victory.
You're never too old to say cows when you're passing some cows in the car.
I'm a vegetarian, but we all gotta help each other out, right?
Now we're that much closer to having all our food back in the valley. Might be my imagination, but even the cows look relieved.
Nothing better than a happy cow.
Hope County without cattle is like meat without salt.
Aw, these cows are so sweet.
Man, I could go for a good steak right about now.
Seeing those happy cows makes my day.
Place is still in one piece, more or less.
We're gonna stay and rebuild, no matter what.
We can finally get some steaks on our plates again.
Sweet baby cows. So yummy.
We can finally have our steak again. Praise the Lord.
Kellett Cattle is back in action.
Only wish we could have got here sooner.
We made the cult pay in blood for this farm.
Glad some of the cattle survived.
We can finally get some steak on the table again.
This is why we fight.
Must be nice to be a cow. Just basking in the sun all day. Until, you get killed and eaten.
Good to see this family business on its feet again.
Wonder what the cows are thinking right now.
Cows are my favorite animal.
Goddamn, those Peggies made a mess here.
Not a lot of cows left.
Let's get this place cleaned out before any sinners come to cause trouble.
There might still be something useful here.
I'd bet dollars to donuts that none of the Redler family is ever getting chosen.
Keep an eye out for trouble.
Good to see us get a hold of useful equipment.
Don't know nothing about farming.
Without this store, my wife and I wouldn't have been able to harvest our crops this year.
We don't have a lot of time left. Keep working.
Lot of good stuff here.
The enemy can use these tools as a weapon against us. Be vigilant.
God helps those who help themselves.
This place could have been part of the project. Shame.
If you studied the Redler clan, I'm sure you could isolate the stubborn gene.
This store's helped me loads of times.
The tools here are more useful than me.
Anything happens to this stuff, and John will have our heads.
We're just like Robin Hood, taken from the rich to give to the poor. As long as the poor are with the project.
All this gear must be worth a fortune.
Materialism's the root of all evil, brother.
I don't know what half these things are.
Is there anything left here worth keeping?
Hey, we've lost farm equipment before and it set us back. We need to be ready for what's coming.
I always wanted to own a tractor.
If we lose this place, we'll have to atone.
I got a bad feeling today.
We need to get this equipment down into the bunker.
Most of the useful things are already packed away.
The project takes care of its own. Feels good to help people.
Millions of dollars of gear in this place. I'll take your word for it.
We should just take the supplies and move on soon.
Every member of this family's stubborn as a mule.
I hate the Redler family so much.
Whatever floats your boat, bro.
Taking this place was simple.
Well, this equipment's worth its weight in gold.
Can't ding the project for not being generous.
Cooperation's the way forward on the project, for sure.
All I have to say is God bless Redlers.
Old Red suffers from verbal diarrhea.
It's none of my business.
Gotta love that new tractor smell.
I hate cleaning all this equipment.
Old red shovels give out after a season.
A store like this is pretty progressive.
We just better make sure all this gear stays safe.
Wish I was running the show.
I hope next time I get a more exciting assignment.
John wants some extra muscle here? He's got it.
This place is important too.
The project will take what it needs.
I'd keep my eyes open if I were you.
We're ready to send the next round of stuff to the bunker.
I'm sure glad to be stationed here with you.
Good work's being done.
Jeez. Eden's Gate really did a number on Red's place.
Red's Farm Supply Store. My dad helped him patch it up a few years back. Good friends.
Red's has seen better days, that's for sure.
I honestly thought it had closed years ago.
Good Lord. I used to work here. Look at it now.
Where the fuck are we supposed to buy our equipment now?
I bought all my feed at Wendell's.
Eden's Gate took their fill of Red's equipment. We'll never get it all back.
It's a damn shame what happened to the Riddlers.
Red's gotta be pretty torn up.
The cult spares no one, not even Red's shop.
Used to be anything you needed, you could get it from old Red's.
Christ, they made a mess of Red's store.
We used to all get drunk in the parking lot here after work.
Another business that said no to John.
Never cared much for Red's Farm and Supply. Usually, just drove to a big box store.
Red expects total brand loyalty, the old coot.
This place is a sight for sore eyes.
Farmers find what they need here.
I hope Wendell's place has chicken wire in stock. I have to rebuild the coop.
Red gave me my first job. Treated me like dirt.
Wendell's always had fair prices for lumber.
Red's Farm Equipment is a Hope County institution.
Jeez, look at the mess they made.
Wonder what Red's got to say about this.
I hope old Red's okay.
Could be some supplies left in this farming shop.
This dumb family thought we'd save him just because they sold us this farm.
Hush up now and do your job.
I don't think we can work any harder.
I grew up on a farm. Best thing for a kid.
Farming's honest work.
Looks like we still have a ways to go here.
Sunrise is rightfully ours. I'm sure the Resistance won't care, though.
Should be Sunset Farm.
This farm's gonna produce so much good food.
Being stationed at Sunrise is like a vacation. Landscape is so pristine.
I hate it here.
The convoys are our responsibility.
If the Resistance attacks this place, it'll show how little they know. We've owned it for years.
Keep on your toes. I wonder what a farm will look like after the collapse.
The world will be better soon. Wonder if blood makes good fertilizer.
You can't be serious.
These veggies are headed for the bunker. We have to make sure we do our part.
Our convoys are running nonstop.
That's true.
I can't remember what this place was like before us.
All this food was ours from the beginning.
Let's concentrate on doing our job.
This is an important task we've been given.
I think we done all right here.
Well, we've got this place locked up pretty tight now.
Gonna reap the living daylight out of this farm.
This is our place. We're meant to keep it.
Got a shipment here ready to go?
We gotta get all this food underground.
Surprised how quiet it is.
All these fruits and veggies will stave off scurvy after the collapse.
Always wanted a farm of my own, but they seem like nonstop work.
Don't get caught goofing off.
Think this farm's almost tapped out.
I heard the plan was to burn this place to the ground. You don't say.
Sunrise Farm. Can't complain about getting to spend my days here.
Yeah, there are worse places to be for sure.
The project is getting a ton of produce out of this place.
It's our job to sit tight and wait for the convoys.
All this food needs to get into the bunkers to be preserved.
Hope all these veggies will keep.
Keep at it. This is important.
We've still got plenty to reap here.
Damn right.
Our convoys are running on a tight schedule.
Gotta have these veggies ready to go. John's waiting on them.
It's so peaceful on the farm. Work well.
Man, I'm jumpy today.
Filling the convoys is our only priority.
Now we got the troops to get the job done right.
Shit. Peggy's. The Sunrise Farm must be the source of the cult's food supply.
Cult's loading those trucks with food. Let's get them.
I can't blame the owners for selling Sunrise to the cult, but the cult's gotta go.
Let's get that farm back, but let's do it right. I ain't gonna die for no squash.
I've seen trucks like these full of supplies around John's bunker. We gotta do something.
Cult bought this farm outright, and they still killed the owners. Those bastards.
They're trying to take our produce farm? Fuck that.
Can't let the Peggies get all the food while we starve.
Not saying I'm possessive over vegetables, but these Peggies gotta go.
The cult bought this place legally, but that don't mean it belongs to them.
Wonder how bad it got for Big Mike that he had to sell his farm in the first place.
If we don't stop the cult from taking that food, people are gonna starve.
Let's go push the cult out of Sunrise Farm.
Where did all the food from this farm go? Something ain't right.
Sunrise Farm's a big part of the cult's food chain, so let's go break it up.
Let's get this farm back. We got hungry bellies to fill.
These Peggies need to get their boots out of our vegetables.
This place never should have been given to the cult in the first place.
Cult all but stole Sunrise Farm. We need to kick him out.
Without the food from this farm, the county's screwed.
Fucking cult's taking food out of our mouths. Fucking Peggy's basically forced the owners of Sunrise to sell to them.
Eden's Gate don't belong there.
Oh, shit. Peggy's got a whole operation going down here. Looks like they're hoarding vitamin C.
We need to stop the Peggies before they take everything. Sunrise Farm is A-OK.
No way we'd let the cult take this farm again.
Good to see that place getting fixed up.
More food for resistance bellies.
Well, the vegetarians should be happy.
When John hears about this, he's gonna flip out.
Lot of land here. We'll make damn good use of it. Strength in numbers.
This farm is crucial to the county's survival.
I've never wanted to jump into a crate of vegetables before, but I'm just hungry enough to do it.
This place was lucky you came along.
We can get this place back on its feet again. I know it.
Been smashing pumpkins here since 1979. Sure as shit ain't gonna stop now.
Sunrise Farm is lucky to have survived after letting the cult in like they did.
I'm so glad the farm's back in our hands. I'm gonna make a pie.
Never thought I'd say this, but we sure stopped those veggie thieves.
Nice to see signs of life again.
Eden's Gate's not gonna be happy about losing this farm.
Now we can eat our daily recommended servings of fruits and vegetables again.
This place is so goddamn pretty.
We're lucky to have this farm under our own thumb again.
We've cut the cult's major food supply here. Wishful thinking, but it'd be nice if they starved to death.
I'm allergic to like half the vegetables here, but we all gotta help each other out, right?
Pumpkins are so bright and round and full of life. It's like Christmas in the fall.
Pumpkins taste like creamy shoes to me, but still damn glad to have them.
Good to have our produce back. Wouldn't want our vegetarians dying out.
There's something so rewarding about making things grow.
Maybe we can actually go back to eating 3 square meals a day.
This'll put a dent in the cult's food production.
Having the Sunrise Farm means a disruption in the cult's food supply.
I wonder if this place is for sale now.
These crops can keep us alive until that goddamn cult is gone.
I'm gonna eat all my vegetables from now on.
Never thought those thugs would leave Sunrise Farm.
I'll never take vegetables for granted ever again.
Still a lot of food to be salvaged here.
Nice to see Sunrise Farm back to normal.
Never thought I'd be so happy to see a bunch of vegetables.
Always loved this farm.
We'll have Sunrise Farm back on its feet in no time.
We've got the Sunrise Farm under a watchful eye.
Seeing all that food makes me hungry.
If they try and take it back, we'll be ready.
This never should have been sold to the cult in the first place.
Is it weird that I get mildly aroused by tractors?
After the collapse, we won't hear the Father on the radio anymore.
We're broadcasting salvation.
Everyone needs to hear the Father's voice.
It's our right to know the truth, to hear God's warning, to invite the weak to embrace Joseph as the Father.
I hope we can rebuild a working radio after the collapse.
I'd miss it if we didn't have the Father's voice.
I remember coming here as a kid, We used to dare each other to climb to the top, till some idiot fell and broke their arm.
I'll just be happy when we destroy this thing.
View from the top of this thing is astonishing. Blah, 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 whatever.
This tower's the reason so many have said yes.
I'm safeguarding the Father's voice, in a way. It's an honor.
Whatever the people hear, we control it. Why? So that they can come to us.
The people need to know what's coming.
The Father's sermons are a balm that soothes my aching heart.
I used to climb that telecom tower when I was a kid. Then I fell and broke my arm, and there went my baseball career.
Can't say I needed to know that.
I always thought this thing was an eyesore.
I should have been put in charge of something else. No one's stupid enough to climb this thing anyway.
Can't let anything interfere with the broadcast. Lots of firepower here now.
Well, we just gotta guard the area.
It'll be fun to rappel down this tower.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
The top of this tower's got a hell of a view.
Wonder if I could see the statue from way up there.
I think we better cut the chatter.
The whole valley has to route their calls through our tower. No signals go through without our approval.
Towers like the reaping. A little ugly, but necessary.
We stay put, even through the thunder and lightning.
I asked the Lord for protection so that I can ensure the passing of his word.
I feel like there's a target on my back out here.
I dare you to climb to the top of that thing.
Eden's Gate makes sure we can't get help from outside the county with that tower.
Ah, so that's how the cult owns the airwaves.
If you're ever looking for an incredible view, climb up to the top of that thing.
Climbing that thing isn't safe.
Thank the Father for this harvest.
My favorite kind of grain is the bottom of the silo grain.
Lot of open field here. Stay alert.
I swear Mike hit his car around here.
People never learn.
This place isn't worth saving.
Guess every last scrap of food counts.
I'm getting frustrated waiting for the collapse.
I don't think there's much left to take.
Really scraping the bottom of the barrel with this silo.
Wait till Joseph sees what we've done.
We had a good run here, but it's time to think about tomorrow.
This old silo isn't much good for anything.
I think there's a car in that there garage. Wonder if there's a way in.
Remember, we're only here for a short time.
We'd be more useful somewhere else.
This isn't the most exciting assignment.
Keep your guard up. We're a big target.
We're gonna be so ready.
Any luck getting in that garage? Gotta be something good in there.
If we can't find the entrance to that center stash, we should just burn the whole place down.
You could hunker down cozy in this here silo. Scout the cultists coming in.
There's more to this place than meets the eye.
I heard the owner of Sunrise Farm built himself a little man cave or something under this silo.
We should send the strongest dogs up north and kill the rest.
Wow, this kind of reminds me of home. Joseph offered his hand to these people, and they rejected it. Everyone here got what they deserved.
No one will ever question Joseph's resolve again.
This should be a warning to anyone that defies the Father.
I shouldn't be here. I'm allergic to dogs.
Smells something awful.
Better not get fleas.
Don't think about it too much. The kennel master was living on borrowed time.
I got no sympathy for the wicked.
Less talk, more action.
People cry over dead dogs and eat burgers. Joseph is going to end that kind of hypocrisy.
Don't understand people sometimes.
I love dogs, but they never like me back.
Find any other mutts running around? Put them down.
Jacob only wants the strongest of any creature.
We'll burn every last one of these mutts.
All dogs don't go to heaven.
Dogs are the only species on Earth you could remove from the biosphere with no adverse effects. Kill the weak, reap the strong. I think Jacob would approve.
No need for this place anymore. Got the dogs we need.
From the ashes, we are born again.
Ain't gonna be no happily ever after for these folks.
No quarter is given to non-believers and heretics.
Sinners got what they deserved.
I almost feel sorry for these people. Sorry they didn't know the truth before they died.
These people received their just reward.
We're doing the right thing here.
I know it's John's will, but I don't like killing dogs.
More of a cat person. Sorry.
Do dogs have souls?
Are you talking to me or the dogs? Because the dogs are all dead.
They were a nuisance.
Dogs are dumb animals just like cows.
I wish they'd stop barking. Stay focused.
No place in Eden for rabid dogs.
Father can do no wrong. These dogs were just getting in the way. Hope we got them all.
I guess after the collapse, we'll also have to reintroduce animals to the world.
Dogs make you think that they love you unconditionally, but secretly, they're waiting for you to die so they can eat you.
Doggos!
Kennel owner was tough, but Eden's Gate showed up one day and that was the end of her.
The cult kills people, and yeah, that's bad. But I went ballistic when I heard they hurt dogs.
Always wanted a dog, but my wife's allergic. Welcome to the middle of nowhere.
Looks like the cult left this place alone.
Red's place. Stubborn old bastard. Cult couldn't get him to leave.
The whole country's beginning to feel like a war zone.
I heard Old Red was a POW in Nam.
Old Red's got a lot of miles. Seen a whole lot of shit in his day.
I think Old Red suffers from, what do you call it, PTSD?
Is that really important?
Old Red's pretty grumpy.
Red's old, but he ain't senile or nothing.
Red's a damn hero in my book.
I've passed by Redler's place a few times.
I guess someone ought to check on old man Wendell.
I've lost track of the number of lives the Peggies have wrecked.
Dude who lives here used to be some kind of war hero. Forget which war he fought in exactly.
I think Mr. Redler served in Nam.
Aw, man. Poor Red can't catch a fucking break.
Old Red's stuck in the past.
Red's a man of principle.
Those Redlers sure are something. The Redlers are like the Kennedys of the Holland Valley.
Hope old man Redler's doing all right.
He's a bit of a cranky pants.
Old Red deserves to die surrounded by fat grandkids, not get taken out by the cult.
Home of a wild, no-nonsense fella.
Old Red's place. Stubborn bastard wouldn't give it up to the cult.
Old Red never shuts up about the glory days of Nam.
Sometimes I think the Redlers think they're better than us.
Hope the Peggies have the decency to leave old Red alone.
Underneath Wendell's grouchy exterior is a grouchy soul.
Old Wendell's about the saddest sumbitch I ever met.
Redler's place. I know he didn't sell out to no one.
Wendell always was a goddamn sourpuss.
That, my friend, is a true fact.
Smells like shit here. Seriously.
After like an hour, your nose adjusts to it.
I can put up with the stench because I know this will help the bliss grow.
I actually kind of like it here.
It's a smelly job, but someone's got to do it.
It's like dog farts, but worse.
There are worse things in life.
We need this fertilizer mixed with as much bliss as we can.
Keep working.
The bliss we're adding to this fertilizer makes it volatile.
If we keep up the good work here, the valley will soon be covered in bliss.
I wonder how many of those silos we'll manage to fill before the collapse.
This place is so damn big. John say he was gonna send more bodies?
We should think about wrapping it up here.
Oh, not sure what smells worse, the fertilizer or the angels.
Don't let something as trivial as the smell distract you.
It's best to give the angels some room.
Fertilizer's gonna be super useful after the collapse.
At the time, I didn't understand why we bought this place. I do now.
Come on, let's pack these materials up. You know what John wants them for.
Make sure you don't disturb the angels.
I can't wait to see the fields of bliss stretch across the whole valley.
Just make sure your safety's on. It's explosive around here.
This explosive material is too sensitive to put underground, so we're hoarding it in silos.
We're gonna weaponize this crap real good.
John's happy with what we've done so far.
The way things are going, we won't need this place much longer.
Our special fertilizer will help the bliss grow in the valley.
Shape up, people. We got a long day ahead of us.
Ooh, this is an unholy stench, I'm telling you.
Why did the Lord see fit to make these creatures poop?
I'm only here because John himself asked me.
Poop is just so interesting on a chemical level, you know?
You got some notions, bud.
This fertilizer's too dangerous to store underground.
Stay alert, there's a lot of ground to cover here.
Gotta be careful where I aim. Lots of explosives here.
This is an eye-watering stink around here.
I'll do anything for John, but this place is pushing it.
Keep the chatter to a minimum.
This crap smells awful, but it burns beautifully.
All I want to do is make poop jokes.
Could be worse, remember? Our world after the collapse starts with this shit right here.
Can we talk about something else?
Less talking, more patrolling. Come on.
It's time the bliss came to the valley.
Damn, they got Green Bush, too? Cult's been preying on the tanking businesses.
Look at those poor fuckers stuck guarding that shit factory. Let's put them out of their misery.
If I die liberating a cow poop factory, please don't tell my father.
The cult used this fertilizing plant as a front.
Occupying the shit factory? Man, Eden's Gate must be really fucking dedicated.
That building might be full of shit, but it's our shit and the cult can't have it.
The cult doesn't need this place for fertilizer. I ain't buying that.
A lot of people were mad when the Greenbush family sold this place to John.
Everyone knows the cult's making explosives here, not fertilizer.
Is it just me, or does Green Bush sound kind of dirty?
They're doing something weird in that factory. Time to flush that toilet.
There's some pieces of shit occupying the fertilizer plant.
Looks like we got a job to do.
We take this fertilizer plant, it's one more battle won.
Hey, look at all those cultists.
We ought to go in and do something about that.
This must be where they keep the bliss.
Let's go take our shit back.
Always shit brewing here. Seems neither us or the Peggies can hold it for long.
Whatever the cult's doing there, it ain't good.
I know it seems like a big fuss over a pile of shit, but that fertilizer was being used to build all sorts of explosives. Maybe we can use it to our advantage. Just, air yourself out before you head back to town, all right?
One wrong shot, this could have been a smoking crater in the ground.
Never thought I'd be glad to smell this place again.
Who knew freedom smelled so good?
Soon the farms in the valley will be happy and healthy again.
Who'd have thought the smell of shit could be so sweet?
Who's gonna run this place now that the cult's gone?
Everyone's got a role in life. Mine is apparently guarding a warehouse full of poop.
Occupying this plant makes it harder for the cult to spread the bliss.
God damn, it stinks. Let's get out of here.
What kind of creepy shit were they putting in the regular shit?
Some workers here were killed out back. Those poor souls.
I see this place all the time, but I only cared about it when the cult took it.
Glad to have this place back, stinking all.
I got dragged on a field trip to this shit factory in 8th grade. What the hell were they thinking?
Smells like Satan farted, but at least it's ours again.
There's some decent folks here working under bad conditions.
I wish I could be guarding somewhere that smells nice.
Cult knows not to mess with us. This plan ain't falling into their hands again.
Dear God, what a stench. We're needed elsewhere anyway.
That smell? That's the smell of freedom. Freedom and poop.
We'll keep an eye on things here.
I'm glad I don't have to clean this shit up.
The fertilizer plant's ours now. We'll stop the spread of bliss.
At last, the smell of shit can waft freely through the air once more. Good thing I went nose blind years ago.
All those people working here? Hope they're better off now.
How'd I wind up stationed here? Yuck.
If you close your eyes, you can pretend you're not surrounded by shit.
You get used to the smell after a while. Wonder who's gonna run the shit factory now.
Maybe now the working conditions will improve.
We reclaimed a giant building full of shit. Hooray!
That cult was adding weird stuff to the fertilizer.
I knew there was something freaky going on here.
Farmers rely on this place. Sweet smell of liberty. And crap.
Smells like freedom.
This smell is gonna haunt me until the day I die.
Farms will need proper fertilizer again soon.
Everything we take back from the cult is a blessing.
I always wanted to work here.
Fertilizer's like a poop that can make your crops grow, or blow you up to high hell. Real weird.
I'd say you get used to the smell, but that'd be lying.
This is a good place for a supply cache, so we've been fighting the cult over it.
Just think about how much we can store here. Cult's got the same idea.
We keep seeing cultists here. Think they're trying to use the place to store weapons and such.
We got a sniper's nest coming up.
Everyone's fighting over the grain elevators for some reason.
Heard one of our snipers set up shop here.
We used to hang out in those elevators to get drunk.
That grain elevator's lasted through all these years.
Wish we could allocate more men and women to this spot. We could use it to store supplies. Cult's got the same idea.
The old grain elevators. Could be supplies.
I was the only kid in my class brave enough to dive off that bridge.
I don't know why, but I love that bridge.
Used to hold auctions in this stockyard. Was a reason for people to get together. A social outing.
I smell bacon.
Oh, pigs!
This place used to let people watch the livestock auctions. That is, until the cult took over.
You ever had a deep-fried bull's testicle? You deep fry anything, it's gonna taste good.
God damn it, now I want to eat steak.
The cult's performing some weird experiments on animals here.
The fuck is going on here? This is sick.
God damn, what is it with Peggies and cows?
Ever been to a cattle auction? It's boring.
Peggy's experimenting with animals? No surprise there.
Used to come see the auctions here when I was a kid.
The cult's reaping all the livestock here.
We'd have car shows here at night. We'd all line up our babies once a month, chit-chat. Those were the days.
Look at the sad state of this house. The Sawyers live here. Hope they're as lucky as their namesake.
That's an old house.
Heard that some of the Sawyers got taken. They're in my prayers.
Jeez, that's an old barn.
I think the Sawyers had a shelter built.
Jeez, whoever lived here had it rough.
Now this is a model American ranch.
Nice view of the river, anyhow.
Zip lives here. You will never see a stranger man.
Zip has a lot of weird ideas about the world.
Zip ain't right in the head.
For a rich guy, his house sucks.
Zip is crazy, but is honestly pretty fun to hang out with.
Yeah, Zip's a character.
Wonder what's going on over here.
What is it with the rich and owning a ranch?
This is Zip's place.
Zip's a weirdo.
Looks like someone's still kicking on this ranch.
Zip's outlook on life is unique.
Zip's an okay guy.
Maybe we should have listened to Zip when he tried to warn us about Eden's Gate. It's quite the ranch.
Might be supplies or people we can help. Let's have a look.
Zip's an interesting fella.
He's a big weirdo.
I'd watch your step around that ranch if I were you.
There's usually lots of things going boom at Zip's place.
Zip's family was actually one of the first to settle in the county back in the day.
Kupka Ranch. Looks quiet.
Guy who lives here has some pretty wild theories.
Zip's got some trust issues, all right.
I heard the guy who owns that ranch won the lottery or something.
Zip's lucky to have grown up here.
Zip believes that the world is secretly run by a cabal of reality entertainment moguls.
He's got trust issues.
I don't actually know what Zip does for a living.
I've heard a few people call this place Casa Kupka.
Zip's got a theory for everything under the sun.
I'd watch your step around Darnell's ranch.
Looks quiet.
Zip's place. You think that's his real name? Like his birth certificate says Zip?